What's going on YouTube? So I want to show you guys a quick little tour of my villa. I'm currently on the coastal side of Thailand, and I know I made a previous video, and if you're just now watching this, you can check back at that. But this will go into a little more detail of, our living situation, what we're paying, the appearance, cosmetics of the place and the area. But yeah, just talking about how much my rent was and things of that nature. So just taking you guys around the house. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's probably 1,200 to 1,300 square feet at most, sized villa. It's enclosed in a development phase that was built probably a year and a half to 2 years ago. So this is on the newer side. And for this property, we get the enclosed area to do our washing. It came with a nice rack, which I think is valued at like $150, $200 that we saw at Home Pro down here. This is the door towards the kitchen. We'll go in there in a little bit. This is the carport area. So it's always bright and charm. This is a little yard. Maintenance is included. They come once a week. Not much grows, but they do the watering, do any tidying up with the plants. You see some plants kind of at the corners of the property. So a little greenery. And yeah, man, maintenance is included. Water, electric, internet is not included, but they total about $120 between electric, water, and my internet is $120 a month. Rent bubbles around $730 because it's based on the U.S. conversion on that day that we pay rent. And I'll do a little quick spin of the neighborhood street. And again, the top of the villa. So yeah, now we'll go inside. It's my son in there snacking. So yeah, nice clean property. We've been here at the time of this recording for almost 2 months now. Really like the carport. There's nice lighting, spot lighting. There's lighting on the side of the house. There's lighting at the gate entrance. We got 3 water hoses or spigots around the home. You obviously saw the water pump for water conservation. And we're a corner lot. So before we go in real quick, nobody lives on the right side of us. It's the street. Yeah, kind of layout of it. We'll go in. This is the main entrance, guys. A nice little chandelier action, spotlights, trade, ceilings. Nice gray curtains, sheer curtains. Our little wall art. Just on the outside of where we're just at. So like the double pane, big windows, there's a lot of lighting that comes in, guys. Nice table and rug. This all came furnished. All right, so what you see is not what we added and or what we came out of our pocket. Now we added a little painting, but the TV came. It's my daughter's little book bag for school. We bought the little blanket. But yeah, the couch, the table, dining set, the TVs, we have 2 TVs, the little, not entertainment system, but table for the TV came furnished. So just a little pan of the room. Got the AC on right now. So at the 24 degrees Celsius, we got 4 AC cons or air cons in the property. One in this grand room and then one in each of the 3 bedrooms. Just a little spin here. That was the front entrance. We came through. And then this is our kitchen area. Again, all appliances fully stocked, fridge, microwave, nice spacious sink. We got our toaster and a little teapot ourselves, but that was like $12 to $15 in total. Nice stove top, and I like this little feature, boom. Look at that. So, nice stove top and ventilation. So, nice no touch on and off switch. And yeah, a little cabinetry, nothing crazy. Got this trash can, fridge. So, freezer action for you guys. When we first came in, there's a couple things that was left for us. We obviously added our own stock. So, pretty neat we put when we first arrived. Again, this is the outside we were just at, laundry area. Washer obviously came, we didn't purchase that. As mentioned before. And nice little glass door with some see-through tint on it. If you want to like conceal any cooking, but it's not a big space, so we'll keep this open. So, my daughter's room. Aircon system. Wardrobes came with the room, obviously the bedding, right? Double bed to queen size bed. We got these little projectors from Lazada that didn't come with the house. But yeah, the aircon, bed, little vanity, wardrobe, obviously the door, right? You know, standard. With the occupancy, so that's her bedroom. It's my son here, he's watching his screen projector. Gonna say hi, Zabi? Gonna say hi? Hey. All right, buddy. So that's one of the 2 bathrooms. Standard bathroom, mostly for the kids, obviously. Shower. We really like the showers. Double action with the overhead and the kind of manual sprayer. Water heater is essential for the colder days, even though cold is like 70 degrees here. That's a pretty nice touch. Bathrooms. And then this is our bathroom, a little bit more spacious, not too much different. But yeah, same setup. Same setup here. That's a little shower entrance. Decent divider. I'm big on kind of separation, but not bad. We like the window for daylighting. So, yeah, pretty clean look. Nice little aesthetic. And it's obviously the master room right here. Obviously the aircon, a little vanity setup. A little desk, my laptop. See the king bed. Again, furnished nightstand came with the room. And then you got a nice, beautiful view that we get every day because it's so bright and sunny. It's just pretty with the green popping against the monochromatic colors. It's awesome, beautiful, picture perfect view. The wardrobe or desk or however you want to dresser. When we first looked at the property, it didn't have this, and then she added this when we came back to move in. The TV came with it too, so 2 smart TVs, pretty awesome aesthetic. Nice size wardrobe for my wife and I. Yeah, so, you know, we downsized a lot, obviously, guys, moving from America, and we're making it work. So, Little spin action for that room right here. Like the space, we like the colors, the lighting. You know, it doesn't really get too much better than this. For, you know, what we pay, location, things of that nature. So that's the other side of the street. The entrance into another side of the quote unquote neighborhood or project. Yeah, grand room. So guys, it's not huge. It's not like jaw dropping, as you will, right? It's not maybe luxurious for most people. But it doesn't break the bank. And this was my whole thing of relocating from the United States, guys. I have a young family. I'm young myself. I'm not trying to play catch up or not trying to be, you know, in the mindset of feeling like I'm trapped in this rat race, right? My overhead severely decreased quite a lot. You know, in the States, earlier last year, around this time last year, you know, I'm paying upwards of $3,000 a month for, you know, utilities, maintenance, HOA, obviously paying a mortgage. You know, it's extensive. It's extensive. My overhead here is $850 to $860 a month. You know, like it's, you know, and it's supporting a family. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, guys. And you don't know till you know. Like you don't have knowledge of this until you're exposed to it. Whether you accidentally bump into somebody and you guys talk about it, or you you know, you read about it online, but you know, you don't really feel that what's the word I'm looking for? You don't really feel that it's real, essentially, until you're in it, until you're there, until you're seeing the property, until you see the leasing documents and the papers. I mean, it was so easy to get this place, 2 months security deposit. They don't ask you about credit. They don't ask you about, I'll flip this towards me. They don't ask you about, you know, employment. You know, they talk about it in conversation, right? You know, the type people want to get to know you, especially if you're going to be working and renting one of the properties. But there's no background check or nothing like that. You know, so for the good-minded people who are just trying to survive and preserve their life and have some sort of comfort and not feel stressed and, you know, to escape certain, you know, detrimental factors in their life, to come and just get into a situation where it's just calm, it's easy, it's smooth, it's not too much, but it's just enough. Like, this is a good place that, you know, my wife and I decided, you know, for our family, you know. And I speak so passionately about this because, you know, it just never was in my spirit, and it never really dawned on me that I'm like, I have to bust my ass to make a living. I have to bust my ass and work until I'm 62, 65, 70 to make a decent retirement to live kind of like this, right? You know, it just never registered in my mind that, like, I had to do this. I'm like, the world is big, guys. Less is more for me. The world is huge, you know. Nobody's running from things. Nobody's a fugitive, or we're not playing that victim card. But God gave us this universe, man, and it's like, it's so big. And everybody isn't the same, right? There's 8+ billion people in this world. Everybody is not the same. You know what I'm saying? So, and what I mean by that is everybody's not out to get you. Everybody's not trying to take advantage of you. Everybody's not trying to kill you. You know, there's other places, you know, hundreds of other places, thousands of other cities and territories where you can live both comfortable, you can live secure, you can live healthy, right? And you can feel, you know, like at ease or at peace, right? You know, and a lot of it starts at cost of living. It starts at expenditure. It starts at the need of, you know, having flexibility with making ends meet, without really sacrificing or compromising a sense of comfortability or a sense of preference, So I wanted to paint this picture for you guys because it's real. It's real when you do your homework. Scams and, taking advantage of people happen generally in most places in the world, right? I mean, the world is almost indefinite as far as size. But you got to do your due diligence, listen to certain people, but it's really just finding out yourself. You may be lucky to find it the first or second time of your travels. It may take 10 or 11 times, but it's just finding that, So without going too far in the rabbit hole, because I'm very passionate about prolonging my life, preserving my life, not subjugating myself to the economics of what an quote unquote American dream, because I'm American, really means. I'm trying to maneuver and find my own way without having to sacrifice everything I have, including my relationships, including my health. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, it's deep. But anyway, this is the place that we're in for now, in our slow travels. Again, we've been here for almost 2 months. And, it's nice, right? It's just finding another sense of home, another sense of belonging. Neighbors we say hi and bye. And there's a diversity in our community, right? It's not just obviously Thai people. It's mostly Thai people, of course, because we're living more locally than luxuriously, or more locally than touristy. But you get, different people from, even around the Western Hemisphere, different people outside of America coming and living here long term. So it's pretty cool to see that people, different demographics, different age groups, different financial brackets are seeking out something different, man. Leaving their origin country just to make a change and finding out for themselves if it's right or wrong, and that's it. So I want to, show you guys, get you guys, give you guys an understanding that a lot of what people say isn't false. And, I'm no person who's just gonna driving clickbait. That's not gonna happen for me. If only 10 people see it, 10 people see it. If 1,000 people see it, cool. If 10,000 people see it, awesome. But this is real for us, and we're just documenting our journey as we go. So, as always, guys, remember less is more, man. A lot of what people have told us in the world, I'm saying people, from your family members to your coaches and teachers to the legislation within your county or within your country, told us it's false, man. It don't take a lot. It does not take a lot. I promise you, because I wish I was rich, or I wish I was well off, but I'm not. But it doesn't take a lot, and I feel like I'm in a place where my liability with living here puts me at way more comfort than some of the peers I know, than some people who want to do this when they retire. And I'm talking about when they're 30 years, 40 years older than me. So, there's a lot of people who are, much younger than me doing this. So they're they're getting into an idea that this is exposing, right? This is opening up doors for people who don't have to make as many mistakes as I did or the next person to get to a certain comfort level or a certain level where they're on the path of longevity. So just painting that picture, and if you like what you guys see, like, comment, subscribe. My goal is to get this channel monetized. Again, I started this channel as a music channel, and I'm all about manifestation in life. Isolating myself to properly plan and plot for a successful future, especially as an African American in this world. So, as always, stick with it. This is Black. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.